In this video, we are going to show you how to make the most of Porto in just 24 hours. This itinerary is perfect for those on a layover in Porto, doing a day trip from Lisbon, or visiting the city for the first time with only one day. We are going to cover morning, lunch, afternoon, sunset, and night, all optimized to help you see the best of the city. Let us go. Porto in 24 hours is absolutely possible and magical. The city is compact, with the UNESCO-listed historic center concentrated in a walkable area that descends in hills down to the Douro River. On a well-planned day, you can explore Baixa, visit the Lello bookstore, contemplate the tiles of São Bento, climb to the Clérigos Tower, descend to Ribeira, cross the Dom Luís I Bridge on foot, do a port wine tasting in Gaia, and still have dinner with views of the Douro. The secret is to start early, especially to avoid lines at Lello. Let us start with the initial logistics. Our recommendation is to stay in Baixa do Porto, the central heart of the city. From here, you walk to most attractions in just a few minutes. We created this custom map that explains exactly which is the best region. Staying in this area, you cannot go wrong. And in the video description and here in the QR code, we will leave the link to the page with this map and with the hotels we have stayed at and recommend highly, including a hotel in Baixa, where we stayed for an incredible price, super well located, on Avenida dos Aliados and near the metro. We saved a lot of money with that choice. To get from Francisco Sá Carneiro Airport, the best option is the Purple Metro line, which costs €2.50 and takes 25 minutes to Trindade Station, in the heart of Baixa. If you prefer comfort, an official taxi or Uber from the airport to downtown costs between €15 and €25 and takes 20 minutes without traffic. And an important note for this one-day itinerary, do not rent a car in Porto. The historic center has narrow alleys and impossible hills, and public transportation solves everything. Start your day at 8 in the morning. Have a classic Portuguese breakfast at any Baixa bakery with a strong, short bica, fresh orange juice, and a toast with ham and cheese. Or a pastel de nata for less than €5. Right after, walk along Avenida dos Aliados, the great main avenue of Porto with imposing neoclassical buildings, and go down to Praça da Liberdade. Cross and continue to São Bento railway station, which has the main hall completely covered with more than 20,000 blue and white tiles painted by hand by Jorge Colasso between 1905 and 1916, depicting scenes from Portuguese history. The visit is free. Around 10 in the morning, head to the Lello bookstore, considered by many the most beautiful bookstore in the world and which inspired the sets of the Harry Potter movies. Attention! Buy the ticket online in advance for the first-time slot, because lines are huge at any time of the day. The ticket costs €8 and gives you a discount if you buy a book. The red spiral staircase, the colorful stained glass windows, and the carved wooden structure from the early 20th century will enchant you. Next, climb the Clérigos Tower, the tallest Baroque bell tower in Portugal, for €9 to get the panoramic view of the entire city. Around noon, walk a few minutes to Porto Cathedral, the medieval cathedral at the highest point of the historic center, with its spectacular tile cloister. Entry to the cathedral is free, but the cloister costs €3. From here, you have another incredible view of the city descending to the Douro. Around 1 in the afternoon, it is lunchtime. And in Porto, there is only one obvious choice for the first lunch, francesinha. Go to Café Santiago, Lado B Café, or Capa Negra to try the symbol sandwich of the city, with several layers of meat, melted cheese, and the famous secret sauce. A portion costs between €9 and €15 and feeds you all day. The afternoon continues at 3. Walk down Rua das Flores, one of the most charming streets in the city with tile mansions, descending to Ribeira, the oldest neighborhood in Porto and UNESCO listed. The colorful mansions squeezed against each other descending to the water form one of the most iconic views in Portugal. Walk along the Cais da Ribeira, stop at an outdoor cafe for a drink, and observe the local life. Speaking of tours and attractions, in the video description and here in the QR code, we will leave the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the largest tours website in the world and has practically everything there. Everything at the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great. And remember that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip at the lowest price. The sites we use to put together our trips, with everything much cheaper, travel SIM card, travel insurance for half the price, tickets to all the attractions, good and cheap hotels we have stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account. And the links already include automatic discounts. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. Around 4 in the afternoon, cross the impressive Dom Luís I Bridge, built in 1886 and considered the sister of the Eiffel Tower, designed by a disciple of Gustave Eiffel. Use the upper level to walk with spectacular views of both sides of the Douro. Arriving in Vila Nova de Gaia, Visit one of the historic port wine cellars, like Sandeman, Column, or Taylor's, with guided tour and tasting of 3 to 5 different wines for 15 to 25 euros. It is an unforgettable experience. For sunset, climb to Jardim do Moro in Gaia, right next to the Dom Luís Bridge, with the most spectacular view of Ribeira, illuminated by the setting sun. It is free, and Porto residents gather here with beers and wines to enjoy the end of the day. As an alternative, the Gaia cable car offers a 5-minute descent from the Serra do Pilar Monastery to Cais de Gaia with panoramic views for 6 euros. Starting at 8:30 in the evening, it is dinner time. Go back to Porto crossing the bridge or taking an Uber, and have dinner at a traditional Ribeira restaurant like Adega São Nicolau, or at a modern bistro in Cedo Feita. For a special dinner, O Paparico or Vila Foz Hotel offer award-winning Portuguese cuisine. A dinner costs between 20 and 50 euros per person. To end the night, dive into Porto nightlife. Galeria de Paris, the famous Galleries Street in Baixa, concentrates dozens of small bars packed with young Portuguese drinking cheap drinks in the street until morning. It is the Porto version of Bairro Alto in Lisbon. Other options include the modern bars in Bonfim, or a drink at a rooftop with views of the Douro. About having internet throughout the day, this is essential on a 24-hour itinerary to use Jeep transportation apps and make reservations. We always buy the SIM card before the trip, get it delivered to our home, and arrive already connected at the destination. It is much cheaper than roaming. A European SIM card for 7 days costs on average between 15 and 25 euros. An important tip for those on a layover: leave your luggage at an automated locker. There are services like Bounce and Stasher spread around downtown Porto, with lockers at the main stations costing between 5 and 10 euros per bag for the whole day. And for those who are new here on the channel, you are very welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you are enjoying it, subscribe here on the channel and like the video. That helps us a lot. 3 final tips for this 24-hour itinerary in Porto. First, book the Lelo bookstore ticket online in advance. It is the only way to avoid 2-hour lines. Second, wear very comfortable shoes with anti-slip sole, because the Porto hills are merciless and the Portuguese pavement becomes slippery after rain. And third, always bring a small umbrella, because Porto has an Atlantic climate rainier than Lisbon, with surprise rain in any season of the year. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.